Morning, guys. Right, for a start, I want to have a big shout out, basically, to Nick Tenconi and UKIP. I believe they're marching through Alum Rock, is it, part of Birmingham, this morning, and to all the patriots that are out in Manchester as well on a demo. I believe some of the patriots that are down this end of this neck of the woods, if you like, Bristol Patriots and Gloucestershire. I think they're going to be attending as well in Manchester. In fact, I know they are. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, best wishes to those. Right, the reason I'm doing this video is because I watched a live stream from Paul Thorpe, and one of his guests on there, well, it was one of the phone-in people from the phone-in. I believe her name was Victoria, if I got it right. And she basically hit the nail on the head about the infighting that's going on within the right wing of the politics, if you like. And I've been observing that as well, especially since Rupert Lowe, formed Restore Britain, or from his movement into a political party. Yeah, so we're seeing loads of stuff coming out about dividing, the different right-wing parties and splitting the vote and the rest of it. But I disagree with this because we have got a little while yet. I got a feeling that Starmer, if he does go, is not going to go till possibly midsummer. That's what I reckon, until the pressure really gets to him. But we'll see after the May local elections. I still reckon he'll hang on till possibly midsummer. That's my prediction. Anyway, getting back to what she said, that these individual parties, I'm going to name all three of them, starting with Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain. And secondly, the party that I'm support as well. I'm a member and I do a lot of support from, which is Advance UK, Ben Habib's party. Thirdly, we have Nick Tenconi with UKIP. And the ethos, all three of those are pretty much aligned, pretty much. I would say nigh on 90%. And so what the analogy I'm going to be putting forward is what was happening during the Second World War. Now, whether your thoughts on it and whether it was a deliberate cause, if you like, by the top, the banking corporations, seeing exactly what we're seeing now, with the Ukraine war and the rest of it. And I believe as well with the Vietnamese war back in late 60s. Yeah, but that's another story, that is. But getting back to World War II. Sorry, I'm disappearing. Getting back to World War II, right? So my analogy is 1940, this country stood alone in the Battle of Britain. And we successfully stopped Operation Sea Lion, which was Hitler's plan of crossing the Channel to invade the British Isles. Then, a few years later, we had the Americans get involved when Pearl Harbor was attacked by the Japanese Empire. That got them involved, which then went on, obviously, to other battles out into the Far East, especially large theatres of war like Midway, Battle of Midway. And then, thirdly, we had the Russians, obviously, which was Stalingrad against the Germans. Now, all three of them were fighting on different fronts. And this is the analogy I'm putting, which is the same to us. You got Restore Britain, Advance UK and UKIP. We're all fighting on different fronts, but we're all fighting for the same cause. Now, getting back to the Second World War, this culminated in D-Day, 1944, June the 6th, and the advancement between all three towards Berlin. And, my grandfather took part in that landing, the D-Day landings. He was with the Royal Army Service Corps, and he landed on Gold Beach, June the 6th, 1944. This is one of the reasons I'm doing all this, to be honest. This is why I've been going on the demos. My political, if you like, involvement didn't start till 2019 when I was backing up the veterans with Rolling Thunder. Being a biker, I joined on them with their demo, especially in central London. Now, this was back in 2019. Then a year later, 2020, all this nonsense started, you know, with the lockdowns and all the rest of the bullshit, if you like, and to where we are now, where they're ramping everything up. All this ties in, I believe, with Agenda 2030. But that, as I say, that's another story. So that's my analogy. Now, I reckon what we should be doing, and this is all goes for all three parties, let Rupert concentrate on Restore Britain, get his numbers right up there. We do the same in Advance UK, and Nick Tenconi does the same with UKIP. And then we'll see a couple of years down the road where we are. And that's my thoughts, and that's my plan. And if it all culminates in us, if you like, what happened in the Second World War, advancing onto Berlin, in our case, we will be advancing towards a victory at the ballot box and our first movement in getting this country sorted back to how it was. All right then, guys, listen, it's Saturday. You have a great weekend. Let me know your thoughts, and put them in the just put them in the comment section. Lastly, thank you again for all the new subscribers. Funny, I noticed a couple of numbers dropped down, and now it's all gone back up again. So, which is good. Yeah, that's YouTube for you, isn't it? Really. I mean, I've heard, you know, from various platforms where their numbers have been dropping out, and it also comments being erased as well. So who knows? But anyway, we'll carry on the good fight. Thank you very much, guys, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one.